Welcome to Engagement Experts. This is 5 Minutes with James Moorhead, Chief Marketing Officer at Acorns.
So James, when your grandparents ask you what you do, what do you say?
I am building a saving and investing app, which is in many ways a digital bank and investing tool for consumers.
Wonderful. And they go, what is an app? Digital bank? How does that work? Your favorite work moment of all time?
I think my favorite work moment as a marketer, it was a number of years ago. I was helping build Metromile, the per mile car insurance business, and we were looking for ways to elevate awareness, in a mass manner, and everyone toys with the Super Bowl in their mind over time. And we were a small and scrappy business and developed our version of our Super Bowl ad internally for less than $7,000. And then we purchased two regional Super Bowl spots, one in Seattle and one in Portland, for $40,000 or $50,000 a piece, and just had a massive, massive impact to our business for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks that followed. And it was sort of a real scrappy way to say, okay, if we raise awareness of this business can explode, and saw the real-time response, watching how many people were on our website in those cities just explode. It was awesome.
Nice.
Hard one to follow. I'm fascinated by that one. Okay, so what was the best recent example of customer engagement that you have personally experienced?
Yeah, this is a really fascinating one, coming from a company that I would have called a dinosaur, a few years ago. But just recently, I've been a longtime AT&T customer, and they proactively reached out to me to give me a better plan at a lower cost than I had. And I was like, what? So as a longtime customer, I was delighted by that moment. And quite frankly, I certainly have had periods of time where I've thought about changing, just given how crazy the incentives are in that industry. But that just anchored me in for a number of other years with them, where I'm like, okay, they actually understand who I am, my lifetime value as a customer. They see an opportunity to see me a tiny amount of money off of my bill, but say, they're going to forever create a loyal customer there.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. CMO question. Is any CMO ever really, truly, completely satisfied with their logo?
This is so funny. When I read this one, like, I am. I mean, you know what? Like, I'm never satisfied with how I understand the customer journey and how we're delighting our customers, and the logo is one sort of piece of that. But there's so many other touches around it that I have found, whether it was working on Old Spice or Dish Network or Metromile or now Acorns, like, man, we have a beautiful logo. There's so many other things I can be doing to improve the customer experience, right?
But it's so tempting to change that logo.
I know. We have a great color. We have a distinct color, right? An ownable icon. I'm like, all right, I can go fix, the other things on the business.
You are a smart man.
Cool. So what is the most important thing a CMO can do?
Yeah, this has been bred in me as a marketer from P&G, right? It's listen to the consumer, and if you do what's right for the consumer first, you're always going to win long term as a business. And I've learned that time and time again in my experience as a marketer across industries, across go-to-market strategies. Get to know the consumer, right, and continue to put them at the front of every decision you make. And when you put them at the front of every decision you make, you will win.
Wow. Your customer opens the Acorns app, does whatever they do, they close it. What is the emotion or feeling you want them to exit that experience with?
Growth. I want them to feel like they're growing. And that can be, in their savings, and that can be through their financial literacy or education. But I want them to leave feeling momentum, and making progress, saving and investing for their goals.
And a follow-up on that, how often do you want them to be opening the Acorns app?
Yeah, that's segment based, right? For us, for
Mhm.
sure.
Okay.
You know, and we want people to set it and forget it and put it in the background of life and continue to save, invest that way, and put sort of regular deposits in. So it really is based on the segment and the life stage, right, of the consumer, where they're saving for yourself or your family, right? So, that's kind of how we think about it.
Last question, and you were off. What is your top tip for marketers who want to boost customer retention?
I think the one of the most amazing developments, over the last decade has been much more granular understanding of a customer journey mapping, right? Especially in a direct to consumer business where you can track every touch point. I mean, obviously, Apple and privacy and some other things are evolving here over the last 6 to 12 months, but mapping a customer journey from the first touch of awareness, right, or engagement with a brand for the first time, all the way through the full life cycle, of retention and referral. Um, that is something that over the last 10 years, you've really begun to be able to map and track at a very granular level, right? Every touch inside the app, right? We can watch a consumer's, journey and their growth. So I think that that's, number one for boosting customer retention is looking at your customer journey roadmap and then identifying the pain points and then solving them one by one by one.
Perfect. That sums it up. Thank you so much, James.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the time today. Super fun to talk about marketing.
Absolutely. And this has been Engagement Experts 5 Minutes with the best marketers on the planet, brought to you by CleverTap Engage.